everyone. So, all of us have too much going on in our life and in our mind, and we always say to talk it out in order to feel light and to feel better.
Jumping Mind is one of its kind mental health tech startup.
A safe place to connect with friends and talk about real life challenges.
To spread 1 billion smiles and create one happy world. That's what we aim for. We are Jumping Minds.
We are Jumping Minds.
So, download Jumping Minds app today and feel better instantly through personalized smart solutions.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah. Good evening, all.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you doing? Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah. Perfectly audible.
Great, great. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
I just visited BHU, I guess, 3-4 months back.
So nice. We'll be starting in few minutes. Let other participants join.
Yes, no problem.
Hello everyone. Everyone, please call out your friends. We will be starting the session in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Please do.
Yes,
Yes,
so we will begin the session then.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello, everyone. This is Bhavna Chavan, and I will be your host for today's session. Passion, patience, and persistence are the ingredients to be an entrepreneur. Hello, everyone, and welcome to day two of E-Summit 2022, the annual flagship entrepreneurial festival of E-Cell IIT BHU. The Entrepreneurship Summit themed Ventures of Veracity with the motive of molding fresh entrepreneurs into monarchs of their domains, embrace various workshops, sessions, events, and competitions among the student community, venture capitalists. Today, for the fourth Entrepreneurship Masterclass session of E-Summit 2022, we are very delighted to have Professor Gauri Gargate for a session on intellectual property for young entrepreneurs. Gauri ma'am is the assistant professor at IIT KGP, excelled in IP law and management and all about the IPs. We are very grateful, ma'am, that you could be with us today. For the attendees, if you have any question during the session, please put it in the chat box. And without any further delay, let's begin with the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bhavna. Thank you, Satvir. So I guess the screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am, the screen is
so you can see the slides actually, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Fine. So good evening, everyone. So we will. The topic which is given to me is intellectual property for young entrepreneurs. So I don't know whether the screen is visible or not. I hope everybody can see the screen so that you can just get the point where exactly I am now emphasizing and all. So what I will do, I will kind of focus on 3 points today: introduction, entrepreneurship and IP, and we will see the case study of Google. Okay, so we will do it in this way. Any time in between, if you feel that to ask query or do some input, you are most welcome. You can stop me and we can discuss that particular point and then we can move further. Okay, everybody. I hope all of you are from as I have received the information, all of you are a student and you are kind of entering into, maybe you are doing project work, maybe you are kind of collaborating, maybe you are kind of already incubated your startup, whatever phase you might be now. But today's world, if you see, we say that we are in a knowledge economy. And in the knowledge economy, what exactly the meaning of knowledge economy? When we are kind of traveling, and our journey as a human being, if you see, we are kind of going from that the caveman, then we have started the agriculture, then we entered into industrial revolution, where exactly in England that revolution started, and we are kind of a manufacturing intensive kind of activity started. And then now today we call it as we are in a knowledge economy. So whatever entrepreneurial activity you are doing, please remember you are a knowledge economy. And when we are in a knowledge economy, we have to protect our knowledge. That is a mandatory. Otherwise, what will happen? Somebody will kind of copy that particular thing. That theft will be there. And your kind of work, which probably you have spent 10 years, 20 years, probably that will be stolen. And somebody will copy that particular thing and build up a business around that particular idea or invention or innovation, whatever it may be. There is a difference. Idea is different, invention is different, innovation is different. So these words are totally different. And you use a word like a jugaad actually. And then by doing some jugaad and all that thing, you develop something and all, right? So all these kind of activities are going on. And now here, you have probably heard of the words like reverse engineering. That word probably you have heard. Or the kind of a recent Uber case might be you have heard that one employee from Uber left and he has been kind of joined some other organization, and then he has been kind of faced the issue of a data theft. You can understand that theft of a data, and it was like $1 billion damages he has to give. What is that? This is all like we are in the knowledge economy, and if we do some mistake, obviously we will face the issue. Now, how as a student, how as a young entrepreneur, how you will look towards IP actually? So I will just give you a few examples here on the screen. If you can see, these are the kind of some examples actually. Like if I take a word like Google, or if you see that Apple specific kind of a figure or a diagram, or Microsoft, that 4 boxes, you see, and you immediately have some idea about some organization. Or if Mahindra, if I say, immediately you will think of a very sturdy kind of a Jeep or a Bolero or some kind of that kind of a vehicle which can be fit for the area which is not kind of a hilly area or something like that. That vehicle may be perfectly fit. That kind of imagination comes in your mind. When you see a Facebook, immediately if Facebook comes and you immediately think of a Mark Zuckerberg. When you think of that Ola, probably you might have thought immediately about yes, who have started Ola? IIT alumnus only? Yes? Anybody?
Sasank Agarwal.
No.
Bhavesh Agarwal.
Bhavesh, yes. Bhavesh is from IIT Bombay. He has started that particular activity actually. You can say it is a kind of a Uber replica, but yes, definitely in India it was a very first time and now it is a very popular. Flipkart, who is a kind of a Flipkart who have started that thing? Yes?
Sachin and Billy Mansur.
Yes, very good. India TV, who you immediately remember? India TV. Aapki Adalat, I guess. Who is that fellow?
Rajat Sharma.
Yes, Rajat Sharma is there. Very good. Wow. Oyo, very young entrepreneur. Oyo, who is that?
Ritesh only.
Ritesh, very good. Again, he is, I guess, I am alumnus. Reliance, you immediately think of. No word means nobody. Everybody knows about Ambani family, and right. Then Tesla, yes, entered in India. Who is a founder? Founder is a little different, but now who is owning that Tesla? It's like a leader in automobile industry, I can say. Very innovative approach, Tesla. Roadster, have you seen the advertisement of a Roadster? The product of Tesla, it's wonderful. It is a mesmerizing actually. Yes, Elon Musk, very good. Very good. So Elon Musk is a founder, and I will not say founder. Founder is different. Later on, Elon Musk have invested in that, and the story of Elon Musk is a very inspiring and interesting actually. So what his names are? Google, we will come later. We are kind of so friendly with the Google and all. Now these names, whatever are there, you are seeing, whether any IP is hidden there or whether any IP is there. Anybody, please? When you see these names, and by seeing these names, any IP comes in your mind? If you know, otherwise I'm here to share with you the details. Anybody want to try? Anybody want to try? Yes, very good, very good. Brahmanand, yes, trademark is definitely the IP which is there. So this Ola, Google, Reliance, India TV, Oyo, if you see, all these are the trademarks. And trademark is one of the type of intellectual property. Now, we will just see Tata. You know the story of a Tata, a great entrepreneur actually, right? Now, you know the story of Ratan Tata, Cornell University, and how he has started his career actually with a, although he is a kind of owner, in a sense he was an owner only, although he came from Cornell University as a student of Cornell University, it was his family business, right? But still he has been asked to go and work from the basic level, that is a shop floor level, he has been asked to work. And therefore, what is the purpose of that when we are doing an entrepreneurial activity? If we know the all aspects of our business, probably we are able to handle it very effectively. If you see the Elon Musk actually, he says that he kind of lives in the company only, he never, many times he is not going home actually. So why this kind of, obviously work pressure is there, but he know what exactly is going on at a manufacturing, at a finance, at a different kind of departments which are there in the company. And probably you might be knowing that they have their own school, so that probably they are teaching the specific things which are focused or required for the automobile only, so that they can have a ready-made human resource for their company. So that kind of arrangement they are doing actually. When a big entrepreneurial activity start, probably it may be kind of that activity. Now this Tata, whenever we are calling that specific logo and all that thing, I would like to share a story about that also. Although this Tata, we are talking about, it is a conglomerate and they are in the different sectors, right from Tata Salt to hospitality, that Taj Hotels is there. And then you know that Tata Automobile is there, Tata Steel is there, Jaguar you know very well, and then other automobile products of Tata you know very well. Now, this blue kind of a Tata logo, if you see, they are so particular about that logo, that trademark, that any subsidiary or any kind of a spillover if they start, or any kind of a subsidiary they start, they are expanding obviously. But if anybody want to use that Tata logo, they have to follow the hygiene practices. They have to follow the total quality management. So what is that total quality management? So here what they do, they have a kind of a questionnaire. They call it as a blue book. And in the blue book, they have a kind of a specific questions. And if that organization is up to the mark and a score is up to the mark, then only they will allow to use that Tata logo. Otherwise, they will not allow to use that Tata logo. So they are very careful, because once you see Tata, you have certain kind of imaginations as a customer. You will say, yes, Tata means integrity. Tata means yes, quality. Tata means yes, guarantee. Tata means yes, you are kind of happy with the kind of experience of that particular product. So that kind of expected experience your customer is expecting. And if that is not followed, probably you will get kind of irritated and brand damage will be there. And therefore, they are following that logo, that trademark. You can use it only when you follow the certain kind of guidelines, the blue book guidelines, then only. Mahindra, you know, Dr. Anand Mahindra. It is started, actually it was like a Muhammad and Muhammad first. And therefore it is M&M, and then later it has become Mahindra and Mahindra actually. And you know how they have expanded the particular business actually. Then Reliance, you know the story of Reliance, how it started with Dhirubhai Ambani, Mukesh Ambani, and how they are expanding. And Jio is a very classic entrepreneurial activity, means very disrupting technology in the telecommunication, we can say. How effectively they have kind of introduced their product, made it available to the masses. And because of Jio, probably our the kind of a bottom of a pyramid customer, whatever we call in the management language, the lowest kind of a strata in the society also is kind of a privileged now to use a internet because of a Jio services. It's a completely disruptive kind of entrepreneurial activity. Reliance is a very good trademark actually. Then when we talk about this, who is this? These friends actually on the screen you are saying, who are they? Yes.
Google's founders, Sir Gabriel and Larry.
Who are Google founders?
Sir Gabriel and Larry Page.
Yes, Larry Page and then Brian Page actually. So here, if you see how exactly they have started, their story is very interesting. So we will go a little bit details later, but they were both in a Stanford University, and Stanford University is like it's like I will say that so many great entrepreneurs came from the Stanford University. So many great technologies came from the Stanford University. Now, when we are talking about Larry and Page, they were a student, research student, PhD students, just like our IIT. They were in the Stanford actually, and they have created one page ranking invention actually. So their research was around page ranking. You know page ranking, what it is actually when you are doing a searching and all that thing. Now, this kind of a page ranking related invention, they patented that particular thing. And with that single patent, they have started a Google activity. That was a startup activity. So now you are in a startup mode. They were at that time in a startup mode. And with that one patent, they have started the activity. Now, when they have started the activity, obviously, they were not sure that this Google will become so big actually. With that single patent, one patent was sufficient for them to start the business, to get a competitive advantage. And now you know, Google is now the part of a Alphabet, because they have recently restructured the thing and it is now called as Alphabet, because now they have entered in a driverless car also. They are doing very much research in artificial intelligence and creativity, and then other activities are also going on. So they are not only in that the search engine business, but they have expanded all their business actually. Now, Google is a very good trademark actually. We will talk about patent and Elon Musk, Tesla. I would like to just give you a few ideas about Elon Musk. You know, he's a physics student actually. He's a student of physics, PhD in physics, and you know his ventures actually. He started from that Tesla automobile, yes. Then he's in space research also. Then he's in boring industries. Boring is actually the traffic management. One day he was stuck in the traffic and he thought that, oh, it's like a time taking because of that stuck in the traffic, and he started the company. You can just imagine One day he's stuck in the traffic and he started the company that is a tunnel formation, and then that creating the tunnel and creating a new transport facility and all that kind of activities. So, and then now now how he's focusing on the Mars mission and all that, right? So his activities are kind of going on, and the major Tesla, the IP, that is two IPs he focus on, that is a patent and the industrial design. I will talk about it later a little bit. Then yes, Microsoft, we are kind of Bill Gates, we know he's a billionaire, and we are very much kind of using Windows software. Flipkart, Bansal brothers are there, and you know that how they have started their activity. And Facebook is like indispensable part of our life nowadays, and how he has started. And yes, IP is involved there also, because if that the way with Facebook is written, that trademark is written, it is kind of a display here. Yes, Steve Jobs, you have probably watched his movie, how active he was and how he has created that Apple, and his weightage, he's giving weightage on again industrial design and patent. These are the two important IPs he's focusing, this company focuses on. Ola, when we are talking about a Bhavesh, actually, I'm lucky that when I was in IIT Bombay, he was like visited IIT Bombay after successful starting that Ola activity, and he has shared his experience about Ola and all. And definitely means how he's managing his activities and all. Definitely the software development and then human resource management and all. And considering that software, patenting activity comes. And with the Ola, trademark is coming. So that two types of IPs are, I will say, important. This model is a little different, but I will say that business method is very interesting. It's kind of a Airbnb kind of activity, but a little bit different. But yes, it is kind of a very good established business. Bansali production, very good movies of Bansali. Bajirao Mastani is there, and then so many other movies probably you remember of him. Now you will say, how that film industry coming here in IP? All copyright, whatever we are talking, film industry is like a great creator of copyright. I just avoided that using videos and all that thing, because sometimes it may work, it may not work, but I can give you the example. Krish 4, probably Hrithik Roshan movie actually. And Ram Sampath is a person who have created that tune actually, that specific tune of a Krish. And do you know what exactly happened? The copyright case I am sharing with you. If we ignorant about copyright, how kind of a deterrent, or how kind of it will be kind of a harmful to us. Please listen carefully. This case, what happened? This Friday movie release was there. Rakesh Roshan has used that tune. They have not taken permission of Ram Sampath, who has created that tune actually. And that was a crux of that movie. Ram Sampath, Friday movies release is there. Monday, he has brought a stay order against the release of the movie. Can you imagine? Consul Tulzapurkar from Mumbai, he was presenting Ram Sampath in the Mumbai High Court, and now stay came. Now you just imagine, movie releases like a big kind of 1,000 screens, 1,500 screens all over the world are kind of booked. Everything is in place. And at that time, on Monday, you have been stopped and your movie will not be released. What a kind of a movement actually. You don't have option than to negotiate with the that creator. And can you imagine how much money for that small 30-second tune Ram Sampath has received? Can you gauge, anybody, how much money he have received for that small tune, which is a copyright, or which is his copyright? Can you imagine? It's in seconds actually. What is that amount? Anybody gauge? Auction? Let us do. Anybody? Just try. You know that movie do business of 100 crores, 200 crores. So 10 crores. So Brahmanand, you are very positive about this. He got something around 2 crore to 3 crores for that particular thing. But yeah, he got that amount actually. But good. Now, this Bansali production, he himself have Bansali, the Sanjay Leela Bansali have 7 trademarks. Can you imagine? He has 7 trademarks he has registered and lot of copyright on his name actually. So copyright and trademark is coming into the picture. Now why I have shown you Rajat Sharma? Very interesting story. He's from Delhi University actually, Delhi area. And in IIT Bombay, like your this E-Summit tech entrepreneurship activities and all, he visited IIT Bombay when I was a student, and he shared his story at that time, that how he started that activity. And he's from a very poor family, actually was. Now he's like a wow. But at that time when he was learning, he was very from a poor family, and he used to go to watch a TV. They don't have TV in their home, so they have to go to a neighbor's home actually. So one day that neighbor doesn't allow him to see the TV. Okay, he's not allowed in the neighbor not allowed him in his home. So he came crying in the home actually, and he talked with his father, and father said that okay, now you do something that somebody will people will see you on the TV. So that was a kind of encouragement. That one sentence of father probably pushed him to do the business like this. He started India TV. It's a kind of a big kind of a trademark now. And you know that the Aapki Adalat and all, how popular that TV show is. Oprah Winfrey story is also again same. These are all copyrights actually. Yeah, so this Oprah Winfrey actually, she was also from a very poor family. She has suffered a lot in the school days, but she, you know, her show is so popular in US that right from Trump and all these big guys, Michael Jackson, she has kind of interviewed every big personality in the US. And she's kind of now much a kind of a, it's like $1 billion kind of empire she has created with that copyright. Her show is so popular. So Oprah Winfrey, the way with which it is written, it is her kind of a trademark actually. Then another example of a J.K. Rowling I can give, Harry Potter to sabne dekha hai, and you know her story J.K. Rowling ka. She faced lot of issues actually. Her book also not immediately published. She has to kind of go from one publisher to another publisher, and now she is kind of $1.03 billion kind of a property she has actually from that Harry Potter series and her writing. That is a copyright. Copyright has given her that particular thing. Walt Disney, Mickey Mouse, so humne bhi dekha hai. You have also enjoyed that Mickey Mouse. Walt Disney, he's again farmer's son actually. He has created that Mickey Mouse series, and you know, because of that, the impact of Mickey Mouse is so much that this Disney World impacted US copyright laws, and they have to change the copyright term from 60 years to 70 years, because that was the most revenue generating kind of this Mickey Mouse and Disney was the most revenue generating business in US, and US don't want to lose that thing. So what they have done, they have passed the order in the parliament. They're kind of the government has taken decision to increase the timeline, because after certain time copyright comes that the things comes into the public domain. IP is not a perpetual except trademark actually. Trademark and geographical indications are perpetual, but patent after 20 years come into the public domain. Similarly, copyright after 60 years comes into the author's life, plus 60 years is a timeline for a copyright. Then that copyright comes into the public domain. For example, now all our Rigveda, Ayurveda, Atharva Veda and all that thing, they are in a public domain. Anybody can use it, right? Or Rabindranath Tagore's literature, everything is now in a public domain because that timeline is a past, okay? So this is the kind of created by that Walt Disney. And this one example I will give you, that Mahindra, you know, these big businesses, they keep watch on what activities are going on in a particular area of their interest, okay? And now these young chaps you are seeing, who are standing with Dr. Mahindra actually. So these are like a Hamram founders. So Mahindra have found that yes, they have created that startup, and Mahindra themselves contacted them. They need not to go for fund generation anywhere. Mahindra contacted them, and then they have given the fund, and they are now mentoring to that Hamram technology, that startup actually. So if your startup is of that capability, these big giants who are keeping watch on you actually, if your work is in their domain, they themselves will contact you and they will kind of help you to grow, because your growth is their growth also, and that is a win-win situation for both the parties. So that is the case. Now, intellectual property probably you will be required. So I have put here the different types of intellectual properties. So before going into that details, I take a pause and let me know if any queries are there actually. I've just given you the background that entrepreneurs and which type of IP they are banging on. So mostly if you have seen patent, industrial design, trademark and copyright. 4 IPs I have talked about, and they are banging on that particular 4 types of IPs. Before going into the details, because there are 4 more other types of IPs also. So before entering into that, let me know if you have any query or you would like to know any specific thing so that I share that details also. Or is it okay, whatever the way I am going? Okay, so if you feel that the way with which I am going, I continue and just I will give you a brief idea about intellectual property. Let us keep all other things and I will keep a focus on this only. Huh? Now, what is this actually I am talking about? We have any IP that can be lifetime or never ending. Trademark is the only IP, Brahmananda, which is a perpetual. And therefore you see this Siemens, Philips, Tata, they have started decades ago, right? But still they are kind of a continuing. G, which is started, which is a more than 100 years they have completed actually. So only trademark is a renewable type of IP. Okay, so there are 8 types of IP. Huh? So what are the 8 types you can see on the screen? Patent is there, trademark is there, copyright is there, and industrial design. These are the, I'm talking in Indian context. These 4 are very important. Then there are kind of, yes, nationally and internationally, I will talk about. Then there is a semiconductor layout design, a geographical indication, protection of plant varieties and farmers' right, and trade secret. So there are total 8 types of IPs. Okay. Now, in India, we have these 8 types. Okay. In US, there is a different structure is there. They will not say 8 types. What they do, they will have a plant patent. We don't have. We have a separate act. Then they will say industrial design. Instead of industrial design, they say design patent. For design ka bhi patent they give. We never give in India. So we have a separate industrial design act. So that difference is there. But copyright, the normal patent, whatever we are talking about, trademark, these 3 are kind of a uniform. Everywhere the similar structure is there overall, all over the world actually. For industrial design, I have told you that minor difference is there. Then considering semiconductor layout design, although we have an act, we generally don't use that act much because we have to disclose complete circuit design. If you are an electronics and electrical student, probably you will understand that is your crux actually, and you don't want to disclose that particular thing. So you want to keep it as possible secret only. So either you will keep it as a secret or you will take a patent for that particular thing, because that is more easy to protect actually, and it is a strong way of protection. Protection of plant varieties and farmers' right is for mostly I will say that breeders, agricultural universities, for them that is a very important act actually, because they are working in that plant breeding. Then when we are talking about a geographical indication, it is one of the very interesting kind of intellectual property. I tell you a few examples and then you will relate it. If I say Alfonso mango, immediately we think of Ratnagiri Maharashtra. Tirupati Laddu, we entered into Andhra Pradesh. I will say Rasagulla, you immediately come into the West Bengal. I say Pashmina shawl, you entered into the Kashmir. I say Chaddar, popular Chaddar is a Solapuri Chaddar, you again enter into Solapur, Maharashtra, right? So, or I say Kanchipuram, you will enter into the Tamil Nadu with that specific Kanchipuram silk. Or I said Chanderi, you entered into Indore. I say Darjeeling, you entered into again West Bengal upper part, right? So what the thing is happening, the specific kind of a product is a very specific to that geographical area, and because of that geographical region only, that particular kind of a qualities are there. Darjeeling thing you take and you try to grow in Maharashtra, that will not give you that quality. Or you take Alfonso mango of Ratnagiri, bring in West Bengal and try to sow it here, you will not get that quality here. You take a Rasagulla of Calcutta and you prepare Rasagulla in Kerala, bilkul nahi. You will not able to eat Rasagulla of Kerala if you have a taste of that West Bengal Rasagulla. If you talk about a Tirupati Laddu, you try to make in your home or in the anywhere in the country, you will not bring that particular kind of a specific kind of a taste and all that thing. So what happened? That geographical location is giving you that particular quality, and therefore we called it as a geographical indication. So geographical indication, and that is a trademark. Geographical indication is very specific to India. We have a separate kind of a law. So geographical indication and the trademark is a perpetual actually. Now one more important thing I would like to say here, that IP laws are national. You are saying that valid nationally or internationally. So the fact is like that these are territorial rights. So what happens, suppose I do protection of my patent in India, I can get protection only in India. If I want to expand my business in USA, Europe, Australia, I have to take a patent in all these areas separately. I have to communicate their patent office. And everything is possible, everything is very easy, everything is online. You need not to go anywhere, and laws are more or less harmonized because World Intellectual Property Organization is there in Geneva, which is helping all this harmonization. So when we are talking about this kind of types actually, so patent is for invention or innovation. Trademark, you have just seen that, the symbol, the name, which is kind of giving idea about a particular giant organization. Industrial design is for the appearance. For example, I can tell you, if I say Mercedes-Benz, immediately आ गया Mercedes-Benz आपके सामने. So you just immediately see that specific car design actually, right? If I say parachute oil, immediately that blue bottle with the nariyal ka tree and all that thing, coconut tree, immediately came in front of you, right? If I say Nike, immediately that mark came in front of you. I say Adidas, and then specific that mark came in front of you. I say IIT BHU, immediately that logo probably came in front of you, right? So what happened? That once you say particular word, actually, what is happening that IIT BHU logo will go for a trademark, but other things, whatever I have given you the example, a particular appearance is coming, and that is kind of protected by the industrial design. Layout design, I have told you, that is for integrated circuit. Protection of plant varieties for plants, and that if you do some kind of a breeding activities like plant breeding activities and bring some new varieties, that is there. Geographical indication, I have given you idea. And trade secret, I can just, nowadays trade secret is a very, very, very kind of a, especially this artificial intelligence and IoT and blockchain, all these technologies are coming and developing. People are kind of banging more on the this trade secret, and they try to kind of keep something which is a very crux as a trade secret only. So that is one of that way. So these 8 types of IPs are there. For that 8 types of IPs, there are statutory provision is there. So the acts are there, that Patent Act is there, Copyright Act is there, Industrial Design. So you have a provision, proper act is there. And therefore, suppose you write one book today, and if somebody copy your book, you can just file a criminal case or a civil case, whatever you want to file, it's your choice, but both remedies are available. Police is trained. If you feel that there is a kind of a plagiarized the kind of the copies or pirated copies are there, you can request police, and police can confiscate all the kind of books which are illegal. They have that authority. So that training is already given to police, and civil court and criminal court, district level, they can take action. So proper act is there, and you have a great protection because of that particular thing. So all these 8 types of IPs, if you see, only trade secret, there is no law, but for other IPs, there is a act is there actually. Okay. And I will not go into details of that further act and all that thing. I take a pause here. We have completed 45 minutes till I guess 15 minutes are there. If you have any specific query, if you want to know specific thing, let me know. Or I will take you a small exercise and I will try to understand whether I am able to convey the types of IP. So if anything is there, please do let me know. I'm not covering the filing and all other details. I'm just focusing on very basic of intellectual property and how I can relate it to your entrepreneurial activity. I'm just trying to do that thing. Okay, now what I'm doing now. See now, I have shown you an India map here. And there are different type of dances you can see. Huh? So can you please help me that which type of IPs you can have? 8 type of IPs I have told you. So with a dance, which type of IPs you think? Yes. Geographical indication you want to say, Brahmanan? What type of IP? Dances are there. Dance, you know, what type of IP you can. Again, I repeat, or I will just give you idea once again. Patents, invention and innovation. Copyright, your literary work, software program, photographs, sculptures, dance, then the choreography, cinematographic film, all this come under a copyright. So film industry, our academic industry, you can say, I should say industry only nowadays, we are competing in that way only. So academic sector, publishing industry and film industry, copyright is a very, very important actually, right? Geographical indication, you know that location and all that thing I have told you. Semiconductor, plant varieties, I have told you that for what it is. So now dances are there. So what type of IPs will be there? Geographical indication, yes, it is possible. Maybe in a way how it is possible that yes, it is a specific for that particular region, but we are not doing the protection of in the way of geographical indication. You can have that folk dance or a folklore and you adopt it into the choreography in maybe in the film industry and you can get a copyright for that. So copyright is a major kind of IP which is yes and traditional knowledge. Very good. So these IPs are like definitely with the dances, and if suppose you create videos and out of that particular dance types and all that thing, that will again receive the copyright. And then if you create say like Madhuri Dixit dance classes, now she is learning the online classes. So now that is a trademark is coming into the picture. So trademark and copyright will be the major kind of a thing. And if you write a book, again the copyright of that dance related copyright will come in the book also, that copyright will be there. I will move further and I have shown you now here fabrics actually, different type of fabrics in different parts of India. So for the fabric, what do you think? What type of IP will be there? That Chandari, Kanchipuram, shawl, what type of IP do you think? Textile. Might be somebody from textile and chemical engineering and all. What type of IPs you will create around that particular thing? Yes? Patent, very good. Geographical indication, very good. Very good. Anything else? I tell you a patent का stories बोल देती हूँ. Denim you use ना, jeans, rough and tough jeans and all that thing. किसका brand है rough and tough? Indian brand है या foreign brand है? Trademark, very good. Rough and tough is an Indian brand or foreign brand? Peter England, foreign or Indian brand? हाँ? इंडिया. एक तो बिरला का है, दूसरा तो एकदम अहमदाबाद बेस्ड अरविंद मिल्स का है, ट्रफेंटर, right? And you know, denim is we are like a mass. Arvind Mill is a kind of a great kind of in the production of a denim actually. So that denim, whatever we are talking, they have a patents over that particular denim production actually. Okay, they started their business with a silk. They have patents for that also. So yes, you are perfect. Patent, geographical indications, because I have given you idea that Solapuri Chaddar aa gaya, Chanderi sari, Kanchuram sari, shawl, Pashmina shawl. All these are geographical indications. So patent, geographical indication, trademark, yes. With the textile, we are getting that particular thing definitely. We'll move further. ये मिठाई है, मिठाई के साथ आ गया, दिख तो गया आपको. So yes, what is there with मिठाई? मिठाई के साथ different kinds of मिठाई, food items. What kind of IP will be there with the food items? If somebody is in food business, patent trademark is there, geographical indication is there. Very good. You know that Rasagulla, Tirupati Laddu we have seen. Then Sanjeev Kapoor, you know, he has started now academy. So educational services he has started in that recipe. Patent is coming because you know lot many food processing, PepsiCo, all these FMCGs are there. Lot many patents are there. You have seen the biscuit is there, crispy biscuit, and inside that you are having that chocolate. So that semi-solid kind of a thing. So technology is there, that is protected by patent, right? So patent is there, copyright is there. Nice, so many recipe books are there, copyright is there, right? And Sanjeev Kapoor, you know, yellow chilies is a very favorite kind of his chain is there. He has started that thing. So trademark is coming into the picture. So all these types of IPs are coming into the picture. Dances we have seen. And this is the last one, flora and fauna. You know that flora and fauna nowadays, what is happening now? Biodiversity Act is very important. That you know that biological values are there, that medicinal values are there, and people are kind of using it for a medicinal preparation and all that thing. So if you create a patent by using natural resources, you have to give the the resource from where you have taken it, and you have to take a certification from the biodiversity board also. Okay, so that is the case, and probably you have seen these marks, T, M, C or R. What is the meaning of R actually? R means, if you say somewhere R, what is the meaning of that? It is registered. Trademark is registered. So don't use that trademark, otherwise you will face a litigation. Okay. Another you can see is a patented. So if you have a patented product, you can write a patented, or if it is in an application state, you can write a patent pending. If it is a TM, the meaning is like that. It is in the application stage, trademark application stage. And if C, you know that it's a copyright. Okay. So that is the case. I just wrap up. I have started with the examples like this, different examples of a trademark. Tata, Mahindra, Reliance, Google, Tesla, Microsoft, Flipkart, Facebook, Apple, Ola, Oyo, Bansali Production, India TV, Opera, J.K. Rowling, then Walt Disney I have talked about, Hambrand I have talked about. I have given you idea of India jurisdiction, 8 different types of IPs, different types of acts involved. I have shared what is knowledge economy, and we are in knowledge economy, and you helped me to understand different types of IPs which are involved here. And these are the symbols. PageBrain, I just skipped the story of PageBrain, but you please know that $161.90 billion revenue is received by the university from this particular one invention, that is a page ranking invention. Okay. And I guess I should kind of stop here. And if you have any questions, most welcome. If you have any comments, most welcome. Yeah. I just taken a basic idea about IP, and I skipped that particular this entrepreneurial activity, but you can see that patent is for technology, trademark and branding, copyright and expression. This is for aesthetic, this is for technology, and you do all this entrepreneurial activity, ideation to project plan, business plan, pitching, scaling up, and then you graduate eventually in your incubator and you become an established giant, right? So generally that is going on, right? So these are the two courses. If you want to know more about entrepreneurship IP strategy, entrepreneurship and IP strategy is a free online course on NPTEL. Enrollment will start in May. You can enroll for that particular course. Know more about this particular different types of IPs, right? And if you have any question, most welcome. Otherwise, we will conclude the session. Thank you so much.
Yes, guys, if you have any questions, then please, you may ask ma'am. Otherwise, we will wrap the session in 2 or 3 minutes. We'll share the attendance sheet soon.
So best luck for your entrepreneurial activity. Do entrepreneurial activity and do these courses online freely available, so that what is the best IP for payment portal? Payment portal तो आपका software patenting में that will be. Finance, fintech के बहुत सारा patents. No, have a patent, and then a trademark is there obviously. Every entrepreneurial activity trademark is indispensable. Huh? Every IP entrepreneurial activity trademark will be definitely there. Huh? Yeah, best luck and thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Then we will wrap up the session. Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an informative session. I'm sure all the attendees have learned a lot today, and we will take back loads of learning from the Intellectual Property for Young Entrepreneurs Masterclass. Now, I would like to invite Satvi to deliver a vote of thanks.
Yeah, can you see the faces of all the participants? And every
Yes.
Yeah, can we have a photograph?
Sure, ma'am.
Just do that thing. Let me see young faces.
Everyone, please turn on your cameras. We can have a great photo with ma'am.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Brahmanand, Aditi.
Ma'am, can you turn off your screen sharing so that we can take maximum pictures of the photograph?
Yes. Very good, very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bhavna. A very good evening to everyone. I, Satyur Badodia, on behalf of Team E-Summit, would like to thank you all for being here today. I would like to extend my warm vote of thanks to Gauri ma'am for taking out her precious time and grace us with her presence. Ma'am, your valuable insight have truly motivated us, and we have learned a lot today. I would also like to thank all the attendees and participants for joining us in this masterclass, and I hope you all have a great time in the summit. I hope this E-Summit leaves an entrepreneurial spark in each and every participant. Thank you and stay E-Celified. Thank you, ma'am.
I would like to take some time and thank our sponsors, that is Westbridge Capital, NCL, and Jumping Minds. Thank you, Satvi. We are floating a form that will keep a track of your attendance, and you will receive a certificate at the end of the masterclass session. So please do fill up that form. With this, we come to an end of the session. Thank you everyone for being an amazing audience. Hope to see you all in the upcoming sessions of E-Summit 2022. Thank you and stay E-Celified.